Hello, and thank you for giving us another opportunity to spend some time with you on Stairway to Health, brought to you by Health Experts Canada. We've got some great ideas, new information, and hopefully a few laughs for you today. Who knows, if you're not careful, you may learn something.
Welcome, everybody, to Stairway to Health. I'm Frank Peary.
And I'm Marilyn Mitchell.
And today, Marilyn, how's your day going, by the way?
Oh, so far, it's pretty good. I don't like this look in your eye, though. What are we doing today?
No, today I thought we would talk about something known as body movement. I know in the past, we've in practice, when we're dealing with clients and coaching clients through levels of optimal health or reaching levels of optimal health, we talk about the importance of, and we used to say exercise, or we used to say training, or we used to, because we've worked with athletes.
Yeah, I don't like those words.
Right? Yeah, a lot of people.
Not at all.
There's this idea when you say exercise, it's this negative connotation right away associated with that word. And the reality is, it's more about body movement.
Right.
Right? What's the old adage?
What old adage? What are you saying? If you have to move it or lose it? Oh God,
if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's the same thing for the human body. It really is about using it, or you're going to lose it. As we age through life, right? We know so many seniors that we work with and that we've dealt with over the years who see tremendous muscle atrophy, and they get weaker, and we see them hunched over, or we see them unable. They have to use a walker, or right, some type of an apparatus or device. And more often than not, it's because they weren't nearly as active as they should have been with respect to overall body movement.
I agree 100%, because as we both know, when you stop using your muscles, you stop exercising them, you stop strengthening them, the muscles don't do the job they're supposed to do in the body, which is to hold the skeletal frame in place. So all of a sudden, you have muscles weakening, let's say in your legs. Well, now your knees aren't in the position where they should be because your muscles are all weakened around it, and you can't walk properly. And people say, oh, that's normal. They're old and have arthritis. Well, not necessarily. Just because they're older than they were 20 years ago doesn't mean that they can't continue to strengthen or keep those muscles in a position where they hold the kneecap and the bones upright and where they should be. And lo and behold, all of a sudden they don't have, in quotations, arthritis anymore.
For sure. How many clients have we worked with over the years who've been told that they need, let's say, knee replacement surgery? Mm-hmm. There's a few I'm thinking of in particular. They say they need knee replacement surgery, and those individuals, instead of opting for surgery right away, they've decided to take a different approach by strengthening and conditioning the muscles around the knee. Mm-hmm. Right, through specific exercise, specific physio movements or traditional exercises, and they are able to postpone the need for surgery for years. Right. I'm talking years. There's one client we've worked with, and I think you know who it is. 8 years he's been able to put off knee surgery by continuing to be diligent with respect to body movement, strength, and conditioning. And Again, there's such a negative connotation, but let's think about this sincerely.
But absolutely. And I agree that that is a way to strengthen and postpone something that may have to be done. But look at the other people, the professions that are moving their muscles, but in a continuously the same way all the time. Let's look at bus drivers, truck drivers, who for hours on end are taking the big steering wheel and they're doing that. Those muscles that they have, if that's all the strength that they have is doing that one thing, year after year, you begin to look at them, and those muscles have been used, but the rest of their body
Is weak.
is very weak because they haven't looked after their whole body.
Total body.
That's
Right.
right.
Total body conditioning. And it could be there's so many ways to move the body, the human body. If we think in simple terms, when you're trying to achieve a level of optimal health and well-being from head to toe, park further away from the entrance to the mall, walk further to get in there. If you have somewhere to go, a store inside the mall, instead of parking right outside that store, walking in, running, getting exactly what you need, and out again you go. If you've got the time, park as far away as you can. Walk those extra steps to the entrance. Go into the mall and walk the entire mall before you reach the store you're going for. Right.
You
And
don't
then
have to race them all. You
No.
could just take it at a good pace.
Take it at a good pace, take a stroll, just move the body more. It could be something, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a big fan of resistance weight training, but that's me. That was my
See,
education.
I
That was my
agree. I
background.
resist weight training every opportunity I can.
Not exactly what I meant.
Oh, okay.
But resistance weight training for me works really well. And I know for a fact, it's been scientifically and clinically proven many times over many years that level of activity and exercise, when you strengthen the skeletal bone, when you strengthen the muscle, you are doing wonders for helping the aging process, right?
Well, that's the main way to, the anti-aging. I hate that phrase, but that's what
Healthy aging.
Okay, healthy aging is better because as like you said at the beginning, if you don't use it, you lose it. As we age, we become a little more a little slower. We don't do as much as we did years ago because it's more of an effort. But there are so many things that anyone can do every day to strengthen and tone their muscles. I mean, you don't have to run a marathon. You don't have to train to do that if that's not what you want to do. But healthy aging, there are so many light chair yoga they have where you sit in a chair and you're stretching and you're doing things like that you are able to do within your limitations are fine. Any of them are
chair yoga, is that where goats are involved?
Yeah, you get goats up on your lap. What do you know?
I heard there's something called goat yoga.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, there is, but that's when you're doing regular yoga and you have these cute little goats climbing on you. It's so
sounds wonderful.
Yeah, but there are some martial art type things that a lot of seniors, I've seen them in the parks when I'm walking to work. They're doing like qigong or tai chi or anything like
I've
that.
seen them too. That's a perfect example of body movement right there.
Maybe they live in the apartments nearby. Maybe they don't have a lot of space to do any like I don't know, like exercises. They don't have resistance bikes. They don't have all of that. So they come out in the morning and they do this for half an hour. It gives them exercise, sunshine, and it's moving their body. It's stretching their muscles. It's keeping them flexible, limber, like all of those things.
All of which body movement is specifically for, right? That's what
absolutely.
That's what it's all about. It's about creating successful, healthy aging. And when you move your body, when you use your body for good purpose, you're going to get there eventually. There's a big difference, and maybe we should stress this too. There's a big difference between aerobic activity and anaerobic activity. Sometimes when you say the word exercise, the first thing that comes to people's minds is a treadmill, an exercise bike, or running and so forth. And the reality is that's one type of exercise or body movement. It's known as aerobic activity. It's cardiovascular work. Why? Because it's good for the cardiovascular system. It's great for oxygen. It's great for getting the blood moving,
strengthening.
Right. So I mean, that's one aspect of body movement. When we talk about things that are anaerobic, We're talking about the resistance weight training concept, right? Either with machines or with free weights, however you want. It could be your simple body weight that encompasses resistance weight training, whether it's push-ups or sit-ups or crunches or anything like that, squats.
I remember when I was growing up, my dad, who was very much into being fit and exercising and that, we never had any equipment to do this with, but I remember him standing in the kitchen door and standing there and putting an arm or a hand on each side of the door frame and pushing as hard as he could against the door frame. And I thought, what is he doing? And he said these were his forms of building muscle. And I thought, he's not. He's just going to push the door out of line. Like, I didn't understand it. But no, I think now when I think back on it, it was a form of strength and conditioning that he could afford to do.
For sure. Then there's many different ways to strengthen and condition the body, the human body. It's amazing how, you know, lifting weights or adding resistance to your exercise program can help to I shouldn't even say lifting weights. It could be any form of body movement. It reduces stress, right? It helps you to manage stress, strengthen your bone density, and raise the growth hormones in the body responsible for keeping you looking youthful. It's all about looking young, right?
Isn't there an entire business in the last 10, 15 years who have made, I don't know, millions, if not more, money by selling companies balls for their employees to sit on while they're working at the computer? Those
stability balls.
Yeah. What about those little pedal things? You know, when you're sitting at your desk doing and you've got your feet moving and it looks like you're on a bicycle, but you're not.
Absolutely.
Right?
You're burning calories.
Or those desks that stand up and there's a treadmill underneath, sort of thing, and you're just walking constantly.
Walking standing desk.
Yeah, while you're working on the computer. So instead of sitting for 8 hours a day, these people have now got the opportunity to be moving for, well, I wouldn't say for 8 hours a day, but they have the opportunity
to move their body.
Yeah.
Body movement is so critical. It's one of the fundamental foundational aspects of achieving optimal health. And I think if we get rid of the negative connotations associated with that word, that dreaded word exercise, and we just think of it more as body movement, a way to use our bodies in different ways other than the same way we use them every day, right? Just doing something a little different.
Just shake it up.
Shake it up a bit. And it doesn't have to be a lot of time allocated to something like this. I mean, time management, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, anything to get your body moving better or differently from what it's used to. I think that's key. Body movement. You want to slow down the aging process. You want to feel youthful and young forever. You know, use it or lose it, folks. It really is that simple. Body movement is everything. So it's very important. When you're lean, toned, strong, and healthy, you'll feel like you can take on anything life throws your way. So I hope everybody stays strong out there. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Frank Peary.
And I'm Marilyn Mitchell. And until next time, remember, health equals wealth. So that's all the time we have today, but there's still so much more to talk about and learn. Head over to healthexpertscanada.com for more ideas on healthy living. And don't forget to like, download, and share this podcast with your friends, just for the health of it.